Hello guys, this is Kabase. For this update, we have an event story, freebies, new Memoria banners, including a very anticipated Memoria, etc. So, without further ado, let's just take a look at it. Starting from July 25th, we'll have the upcoming side story event focusing on our adorable gremlin Bunchan, that is the Minion's Note and the Silver Watch event. Considering this is a Bungo and Waki focused story, you already know, you might need to prepare your tissues for this one. Now for the freebies. Not Nanamin, but Sharo has come to give Ruka, or rather us, a login bonus. 10 days, get 3,000 cores in total. And then she gives us an exclusive Nightmare campaign where we play a limited minigame to get tickets. If you get 10, you can use it for a special 10 pool. Though seriously, play it to get all 10 for the 10 pool, as you can only exchange 10 tickets for that 10 pool. Now, for the gameplay side of things, it's only score attack, challenge number 20, Awaken in Oblivion. As usual, here on screen are the multiplier conditions for the next 2 weeks. My thoughts and advice about this boss, which is an attack-focused death slug, is that don't go all out on this boss in one try, as it has two phases, like regular death slug, and while it gives you times in certain turns where it just charges up its attack, beware of said attack since it's AoE, and also finish it in week 1, you don't want to face it with that final week 2 condition, do you? And yeah, that's pretty much it. First of all, disclaimer, yes, I'm very much aware of the stuff currently going on in JP with the recent changes with the gameplay, and I'll adjust my recommendations accordingly for now. Also, yes, every single Memoria was affected, so even if I say a Memoria is safe, it still took a small hit in its value, even if it's relatively small compared to others. And second, no, I won't make a full comment on it as of yet, especially when the 3.5 anniversary live stream for HBRJP is in 2 weeks, and frankly, they definitely have to discuss it due to the reactions regardless if the live stream is a celebratory one, so I hope you all understand. Now we get to the banners, and it's 2 new Memoria banners with 4 new SS Memorias. First up is Marvelous Moment Tenen, a specialized Pierce Light debuffer with one of the best kits for applying focus single target debuffs. Her EX skill that costs 10 SP can apply 2 turns, single target light defense down, and single target expose or fragile, while also granting her an extra turn, letting her double dip on her debuff output in a single round. Notably, because her skill deals no damage, its debuff potency is boosted higher than the usual, even if it's just about up to a 10% increase. With the extra turn, she can follow this up with a 4 SP skill that gives defense down from her A Memoria, for example, adding another debuff, making her one of the most efficient single target debuffers in the game for light content. However, in my opinion, this Tenen isn't mandatory. For example, upcoming units like Isuzu SS3 brings an AoE alternative that can apply all 3 major defense debuffs, which is defense down, elemental defense down, and expose, albeit more slowly over 4 turns. She still is safe when it comes to the future, since no changes have been made to the extra turn mechanic as of now. Even in JP, you can still counter her debuffs through extra turns. Honestly, even if they limit the chaining of extra turns, for example, her raw numbers is still good enough to make her relevant. Next, the second one, Big Dango Minion Bunchan, is a Pierce Thunder AoE breaker who tries to bring utility through buff removal. Her EX skill removes 3 buffs from all enemies and deals an 8-hit Thunder AoE attack. The first use is boosted with a 50% DP modifier, which then drops to 30% in future uses. This means her debut hit is impressive, especially when timed properly, and the 8 hits allow her to contribute to building OD or overdrive if there's more than one enemy. Her non-EX skill or common skill is typical Bungo gameplay, relying on luck where a one-hit single target thunder attack also refunds 10 SP. Considering this skill costs 8 SP to use, logically it's a net 2 SP gain. But there's a catch. It has a chance to give the enemy 3 turns of defense up. Like seriously, you shouldn't use this skill unless you're a gambling addict. Overall, Bunchan SS3 is first of all one of only 2 Memorias who can perform an AoE dispel, the other being Yuki SS5 in the future. But in practical terms, buff weakening orbs are a much more reliable and reusable option for dispelling, especially in boss fights where you can prep beforehand. The only real use case to use this bungo is that if you don't want to use an orb or don't want to wait for Yukis's 5. In terms of being safe in the future, she is so-so. Moving on to the next banner, the third new SS Memoria, a Moments Encounter Maria, is an AoE Thunder Healer slash attacker hybrid with a much smoother totem stacking mechanic than her SS1 version. Her EX skill deals a 5-hit AoE thunder attack scaling off up to 10 totems, and it also removes attack down debuffs for her entire party, making her the only unit who can currently do that. And notably, like with the rest of 31X's EX skills, this skill can be cast even at 0 SP, making it easier to use. Now, her non-EX skill or common skill gives a 3-turn frontline DP regen and 2 totems for just 8 SP. Her OB0 or Limit Break 0 passive, which gives her 1 token anytime she receives a heal even at full DP, she can effectively gain 10 totems within 6 turns for only 16 SP, a huge improvement over her SS1's slower build-up. She also has the versatility of giving frontline DP healing and party healing via her A and S Memoria. But because you usually build this Memoria specifically for being damaged, those are more so an addition rather than the main must-have for this Memoria. Overall, Moria SS2, while currently not the best AoE Thunder option, which Waki S3 takes that slot, she is a safe one for the future, while also being a versatile, party-sustaining Memoria and makes for a great partner for the last one we will mention today. Finally, the one Thunder Team users and honestly a lot of you all have all been waiting for. Eternal Sentiments Sharo is the first weakness overrider to be released in HBR Global, capable of making any enemy weak to thunder and even those who resist and are neutral to it. What makes her exceptional is that this override also lowers the enemy's thunder resistance, stacking twice up to 120% thunder resistance. This is powerful enough to bring thunder teams into nearly every content, and even more impressively, it applies regardless of whether the enemy is already weak to thunder, so she's still worth bringing even in favorable matchups. Her EX skill, also the best part about her, for 15 SP, or same with Mario SS2, usable even at 0 SP, she resets thunder resistance, lowers it by 45 to 60% based on intelligence and luck stat, and applies AoE Expose alongside a 3-hit AoE Thunder attack. This skill is not only versatile due to its speed cast, but also deals a respectable amount of damage, meaning she can contribute to breaking DP. Her common skill further adds AoE Thunder Defense Down, which is a nice debuff to use, though while you need to manage your SP to do both skills, I think it's feasible with proper OD use and SP management. The can be used even at 0 SP EX skill of hers also helps. Overall, Sharo SS2 enables Thunder teams to strive in nearly all content, even in JP, where a square attack rule once disabled override, the resistance down still partially worked. But even outside of that rare case and enemies that absorb Thunder, she remains a meta-defining, absolutely safe Memoria. From an elemental perspective, 10N SS3 is a highly efficient single-target debuffer for dedicated light teams, compressing multiple utility roles into one unit and freeing up space for stronger supports or attackers. However, from a general perspective, she's more of a luxury. Players already using Amom orbs or waiting for Isuzu SS3, for example, may find her unnecessary unless you love her character and her design. Bungo SS3, on the other hand, contributes very little to Thunder teams and easily outclassed by virtually any other Thunderbreaker. She's a novelty at best, worth skipping unless you want to complete your Boonchan collection. This banner I do think is a skip. To contrast that, Vampire Shadow stands as the single most important Thunder Memoria, offering unmatched Thunder viability through high damage loops, weakness overwriting, and deep SP synergy. She's a human right Memoria for Thunder Team users and an easy must pull for everyone else. Moria SS2 serves as a strong AoE attacker with added semi-healing utility, but she's definitely outclassed by Sharo even if they both work well together. This banner is a must pull, and if you manage to pull them both, you can build a powerful Thunder team from them. But again, this is only if you get both. Otherwise, if you pull on this banner, only do so to get Vampire Sharo. But as always, if you love the characters, their artworks, or want their specific abilities, feel free to ignore my advice and pull for them. The last ones I have to mention are the high score reward SS guaranteed recruitment, where you can exchange what I call 10 SS puzzle pieces to get a SS guaranteed Memoria. These are usually acquired through high scores in score attack. Another one is the Thunder Element featured recruitment, which, while in line as Sharo the Thunder Overwriter has come, this banner is still skip. Next is the Nightmare SS guaranteed step up recruitment, which is also skip, and the Premium Nightmare Pack A and B. These are for the whales out there. So yeah, sorry if this video is released or near the update. Yostar has dropped this announcement 4 days before the update comes instead of like a week before. And yeah, that's the end of the video, I guess. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. Just friend and watch this video right here. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye!